Sure they did. And Karina, I cannot think of a better way for Maria to step out on the same day that we all learned about her husband's truly heartless ways. What kind of vibe did you get when she was standing up there on that stage with Oprah?
Well, you know, AJ, she seemed resilient. She looked confident in that sexy dress. She was, after all, standing next to one of the most powerful women in the world, her good friend, Oprah. She also got a huge support from the audience, that jam-packed arena where there were more than 20,000 diehard Oprah fans there. So something tells me, you know, Maria Shriver, she's going to be just fine.
Yeah, and I think seeing her on stage with Oprah really was a refreshing departure of what we've seen in the past. You know, usually when a politician admits their infidelity, you have their scorned wives standing right beside him. I say rock on, Maria.
I couldn't agree more. I have to second that. And also, people are talking about this friendship here. Is there something a little bit more to Maria and Oprah's friendship? I mean, the big appearance yesterday on the farewell show, some people are saying, is there something in the works here? Could she be in talks, perhaps, to have her own talk show on Oprah Winfrey's network? I guess we got to stay tuned, right, AJ?
Yeah, I actually think that would be perfect. Showbiz Tonight's Kareem Winter from Chicago. I thank you as always. Yeah, so what about all of those reports of Maria maybe getting her own show on Oprah's network OWN? Do you think that would be a good idea? We'll be getting to that in just a second. But first, I want to bring in Robbie Ludwig, who's a psychotherapist and author of the book, Till Death Do Us Part. Listen, Maria and Oprah's relationship, it's obviously a very strong one. So how can Oprah help Maria get through what has to be just an impossible time?
Well, Maria gave up her career, really, to support her husband's political career. So if Oprah gives Maria the opportunity to have her own show, perhaps focusing on women who lived their whole life thinking their life was about one thing when they really found out it was about something else, a woman who's betrayed or going through transitions. This would be so important for other women out there, and it would give Maria an important voice and use her experience and her professional talents together.
Yeah, it seems like a perfect fit. I mean, what a statement it would make if indeed Oprah did give Maria her own show on the Oprah network. And let's not forget, Maria, she did give up that very successful career, as we mentioned, so Arnold could run for governor, and yeah, look what happened. Let me bring in Rachel Zales, who's a contributing editor for Life and Style Weekly. Rachel, what do you think? Great idea, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and, you know, Oprah's OWN could use some ratings, and nobody is going to be more popular than Maria Shriver right now. But it's a little ironic because I don't know if you remember, but it was in 2003 that she went on Oprah to defend and support her man when he was running for governor. So it will be things coming full circle if she has her own show now on her network.
Yeah, and if Maria did get a show on OWN, I bet that her audience would obviously love to hear a whole lot more about her side of the story when the time is right. But in a brand new interview seen on the Today Show this morning, another one of Oprah's close friends, Dr. Phil, says he thinks right now at least the family needs to keep quiet. Watch Dr. Phil.
I hope that they clam up about this, they resolve it internally, they respect their family unit, respect their kids.
What do you think? You agree everybody should just keep quiet for now? I think it will be cathartic for her at some point to tell her story, but right now...
Yes, but not now, not in the middle of the storm, because really everybody's interested in the story, and really the details of the story may not be healthy for the family at this point, and Maria has to think about her kids too, because what Arnold did not only betrayed his wife, but it betrayed his kids and the whole entire family.
Yeah.
So at this time, it's best to stay quiet, heal, perhaps go into therapy.
But not necessarily disappear, which is why I think it was terrific to see Maria showing up for one of Oprah's last shows. I mean, I think she had this commitment. She was going to do it, whatever the circumstances, but I think it is important that she doesn't run off and hide. If Arnold runs off and hide, I think we'll all be okay with that.
She has no reason to hide, and you bring up a great point. There's a difference between hiding and revealing every single detail of your personal situation.
Well, Maria and Arnold's children have not spoken publicly about the scandal. They've been using the social media sites to air their feelings right now. And wow, I think they're really making a statement. In fact, just yesterday, their son Patrick wrote this on his Twitter page. Some days you feel like expletive. Some days you want to quit and just be normal for a bit. Yet I love my family till death do us part. And part of that is a rap song he's quoting there. Today, Patrick actually changed his last name from Schwarzenegger to Shriver on his Twitter page. Dr. Robbie, back to you on this one. I mean, doing something like that, I think that speaks volumes, doesn't it?
It's huge. Basically, the son is saying, I'm taking my mother's side. I'm very angry with my father, so much so I don't want to be anything like him. I don't even want his name. So he's making a huge statement.
Didn't waste any time doing that. And some of Hollywood's biggest stars are also weighing in on the whole mess. Showbiz Tonight happened to be right there at the premiere of the, I think, ironically titled in this case, movie Love, Marriage, Wedding. Showbiz Tonight speaking with one of the stars of the film, Jane Seymour. You got to see what she had to say.
I was not even remotely surprised. The moment I heard that there was an announcement of their separation, he was obviously jumping the gun before everyone else told the world of the news. But from what I gather, I think it's going to be there'll be lots of information coming people's way. I feel sorry for the kids.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think Jane Seymour is probably right. We shouldn't be surprised if even more disturbing information does come out in the days ahead. I mean, Rachel, look at history. Look at what we've seen with Tiger Woods and Jesse James and other big stars or politicians.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was any big shocker in the fact that Arnold cheated after so many allegations of groping and sexual misconduct. But what I think was really shocking is that he actually kept her working in the household for over a decade. I'm sure at some point Maria wanted to say to him, couldn't you be the terminate her? Yeah. I mean, how do you keep this woman working there? It's just absolutely unfathomable. And I don't think we're going to be surprised if this is not the end of it.
Yeah,
I'm sure
quickly, Dr. Robbie, I mean, you've seen this pattern before in your work.
No, I mean, listen, once a cheater, there's a tendency to cheat. And not only that, he did it with someone in the home. It just disrupts the kid's relationship with this person as well. It was poor judgment
and the
at every
fact that
level.
this mistress could have been pregnant at the same time as Maria Shriver,
and
that to me, that blows my mind.
She worked in the house. He was her boss.